Yo, what is going on, YouTube? We are back. I know it's been a while, but COD had a long break. I had a lot of stuff going on and stuff like that. So yeah, took the long break off the COD League to take a long break as well. But we are back with another predictions. You know the vibes. We gotta get our predictions in. You know what I'm saying? But tomorrow the COD League is back finally, and it's been a while. It's been like almost a month, 3 weeks. So I'm excited to watch some Call of Duty tomorrow. It's gonna be freaking phenomenal. That's all I gotta say. But we're gonna get right into the predictions. As you can see, I finally added the win loss, and I'm sorry for not having it the last couple videos. Well, I couldn't have it the first video because it was the beginning of the year predictions. But that's besides the point. I didn't have a last video. I apologize. It is there now. I'm 13-8 win loss record in terms of predictions, and we're going to get right started on this. So it's going to be Atlanta FaZe versus LAG. Now, LAG was looking a lot more impressive than I personally thought. I mean, I still don't think they're going to beat Atlanta FaZe. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Atlanta FaZe. But I will say that I don't think they're as bad as people. I don't get me wrong. I don't think they're great, but I don't think they're as bad as people think. That's all I'm going to say about that. And now, next match. And as you can see, 3-0 FaZe. I mean, yeah. I don't think I feel like I need to explain myself any more than 3-0 FaZe. But next match, we got Toronto Ultra versus the Seattle Surge. Now, I've heard that Toronto isn't looking as good as maybe people thought they were going to be. And we all know how Seattle looked last time, or like last showing of the matches. Who knows if a lot could change in 3 weeks. That's the sad part. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this could be like a basically fresh restart for a lot of teams. But I think I'm gonna go with the upset here. Just based off the rumors I've heard, I'm gonna go 3-2 Seattle. Yeah, I may be crazy for this, but I think we got to have one or two upsets in there. I think that's gonna be one of them. But next matchup, Minnesota versus New York. Now, I did hear during the break Sib had some hand injuries and stuff like that, which hopefully got resolved. I haven't heard anything else other than he had some stuff wrong with his hand, and hopefully it got resolved. But I don't think that's gonna make New York lose to a team like Minnesota. No offense to Minnesota. I think Minnesota could take a map. But that's it. I still have New York 3-1 or 3-0. I wouldn't be surprised by either or. But I'm going to go 3-1 and leave it at that. Now, next match, first day on Saturday, we got the Seattle Surge versus the Miami Heretics. Now, Miami, I feel like I did say Miami was going to be a very, very, very good team that people are probably going to, I wouldn't say people slept on them, but like, they're good, man. Those guys are freaking solid. So, I don't think I mean I think them and FaZe are the only two undefeated teams that haven't lost yet. So I mean, I don't know. I think this is gonna be a Miami win. I think they're gonna stay undefeated. I think they're gonna 3-1 Seattle Surge here. Those guys are really, really, really good, man. Next matchup is Boston versus LEG. Now Boston did their last match surprise upset the Toronto Ultra 3-0 going into the break. Hopefully, because Boston didn't look like super great last split. Don't get me wrong. I think that was their only win, if I remember correctly, against Toronto. And so they didn't look great, but it was a must-needed 3-0 win for them before going into the break. And I think it's going to be a closer than match than people think, because like I said, I think people very heavily slept on LA Gorillas, and I think I did as well. I don't think they're as bad, but I think this is going to be a close series, but I still have Boston Breach squeezing the W in this matchup. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. LA Thieves versus the Toronto Ultra. Now, I've heard a lot of things during the break that LA Thieves are kind of crumbling internally. That's just the rumors. Can't say I'm shocked. Like, they're good, but I can't say I'm shocked as well. I think Toronto Ultra are gonna 3-1 these guys. I think Toronto Ultra get the job done. I think they're gonna gonna be heated about this loss. Nice little bounce back win for the Toronto Ultra. Yeah. I think if LA Thieves win a map, maybe a controller, but even then, I don't know. 3-0-3-1 is the way I see this. Next matchup, Vegas Legion versus Optic. I'm not even. I feel like this is a given. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Vegas kind of like let me down in a sense because I thought. Don't get me wrong, I didn't think they were going to be like a super stellar top 14, but I didn't think they were going to like look as bad as they did, especially like I don't know their stats and stuff like that. Attach is playing decent, but like and Standy is doing all right, but like Purge and I don't know. It's just they're not like super. They didn't look super great to me, so I'm gonna go 3-0 Optic, and then this just sucks for Vegas because they got back-to-back gauntlet matches. Optic and then FaZe. I mean, I feel like it's a very similar story here. It's FaZe and it's Optic. I'm gonna leave it at that. They're gonna probably have a very, very, very unfortunate weekend here. Yeah. Now this next matchup is a very tough matchup to call because I feel like Carolina is another one of those teams that I thought. I mean, I don't know. They're kind of 50-50. Like, and Minnesota, man, they're both like kind of like I feel like similar in terms of like where they're at right now. I guess like just very, very underwhelming teams, and it's just gonna. I think this series is a coin flip. It's literally gonna come down to who comes out hotter on this day, and I'm gonna hope it's Carolina, but I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota won either. But I think either way, the series goes 3-2 in whose favor, vice versa, if that makes sense. Next matchup, New York LA Thieves. I feel like I almost want to go 3-0 here in favor of New York. And that's just based off what I've heard behind the scenes with LA Thieves. And I feel like after Major 1, we're going to definitely get roster meeting is going to be fun. I'll put it that way. I feel like a lot of teams make changes. And to be fair, I don't blame them. But yeah, I think I'm kind of enticed to see what happens with a lot of teams after the first major. But I feel like LA Thieves is going to be one of those teams that thinks about it, at least. But yeah, 3-0 New York on that series. Next series, Miami versus Boston. Now, I feel like this matchup is going to depend. Obviously, I have them squeezing out a W versus LAG here. So I feel like just based on that, I got to go Miami, still keeping their undefeated streak alive. I'm going to go 3-1. I think Boston can still maybe a search or a control. I feel like most likely the search if they steal a map. But I feel like Boston can definitely like surprise a lot of people in this series, depending on how they look here. But I'm not gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Based off my thing, I think Miami's probably just gonna do Miami things and win. So yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 Miami. And like I said, sorry it's been a while, but at the same time, it's been a while since COD has been around, or like the COD League matches have been around. So yeah, we'll be back with our weekly uploads, obviously, because the COD League's back, and we'll have the matches every week. And then I always get excited for the major predictions. It's gonna be freaking fire, but we won't get those for another couple weeks. But let me know in the comments below what your predictions and thoughts are. And yeah, last time I had a good time talking to you guys in the comment section. So yeah, hopefully we can have some good conversations down there again. And I'll see you guys next week in the next prediction video. Peace.